Hi everyone. I'm not sure I can handle this 6-minute stress, but I'm going to try. My name is Aileen Bright and I'm the Globe Country Coordinator in Ireland, and I want to tell you a little bit of a story about what we've done in Globe in Ireland over the last year and a half. This is very much a team presentation. Just a little bit of history. We were relaunched in 2018 in Ireland with financial support from the EPA. The EPA were very interested in the time about air quality, and we were keen to take that task on board. And you can see on the graph on the right-hand side that this is our engagement with schools in Ireland from back in 2019 when we ran our first campaign. We had 30 schools involved, and as you can see from the graph, we kept on growing year on year. So by the end, so those little plateaus you see, by the way, were us having minor panics and thinking, can we take on any more schools this year? And then saying, okay, we can actually do 50, and then realizing, well, if we outsourced certain aspects, we could do over 100, and then eventually we got to 200. And there we stand at the moment. So we've had 9 air quality campaigns, and in Ireland that means that we send the equipment to the schools. So we do everything. It's a little bit spoon-fed, but we send the equipment in packs, we do webinars, we bring the scientists in, we very much follow the Globe full life cycle. So in 2022, we approached our funders, the Irish EPA, and said, how about we don't do 2 campaigns on air quality this year? Can we drop 1 air quality campaign in the spring? And if we were to drop that air quality campaign, could we possibly work on something else? So we're quite aligned, as you can tell, with the EPA in Ireland. And they said, okay, give it a go. And we sat down and we said, okay, what do we want to do? That crazy looking diagram on the left-hand side is us trying to come up with ideas. And I just thought I'd put that there because it kind of makes me laugh when I look back on it. We wanted to do everything, it turns out. And we were supposed to do, just 1 campaign that would make sense. But because we were 2 and a bit on the team, we decided to do 4 different things. And it was over-ambitious, I acknowledge at this point, but we went for it. And you can see there we ended up working on water quality and climate resilience and all these things. But in the process of brainstorming, we started to think, well, what do we really want in Globe Ireland? What do we want to do? And we thought, well, if we can just get the students outside exploring and observing and recording, that's probably just a win. So we're just going to set that as the bar. But then if we could get them thinking and assessing their local environment or their local infrastructure in their school, well, that would be really cool. What about if they could actually come up with solutions? Even better. Then they'd be communicating not just with their community around their school, but then also perhaps internationally with the Globe community. And then we thought, well, we better get a whole lot of experts in here because now we're out of our depth. We don't even know what we're doing at this point, so we're going to get all the experts in, some of who are here right now. Thank you so much. And then we decided, well, with projects, we would try to open it all up. So we were very science-oriented with our air quality. We moved towards clean air action plans and more solutions-oriented thinking. So we wanted to bring that into this crazy jumble of new campaigns that we wanted to do. When we did that, by the way, we got tons of awesome work back from the schools, songs, poetry, things you'd never imagine. So this is the idea. We looked at climate change and climate resilience in particular. We looked at the risks in the EU. Flooding and agriculture pressures are huge in Ireland, so we wanted to bring that in. So here's 2 examples. So we did a campaign out of the 4 that we did. We did a campaign called How Spongy Is My School. We used the Globe protocol around rainfall. We measured rainfall. Very different to Senegal, I should say. A lot of rain. We measured rainfall over a 1-month period, and the students were outside more or less looking at flooding, and that was a lot of puddle mapping in Ireland, because guess what, schools are just concrete jungles and in Ireland and I presume other places. So then we encouraged the students to look at potential solutions to slow that flow, so we weren't just getting runoff to the sea, and they looked at nature-based solutions, which was all new to us. So we got the local authorities involved who are also trying to implement nature-based solutions. We sort of co-created with them. We helped them, they helped us. We moved forward. The students ended up getting grants. So here's just an example from a school in Dublin, Rockford Manor. You can see just about see the looks on their faces. They felt so empowered by this. They were able to make changes on their own school grounds, put in a permeable path, and put in some nature-based solutions, and they got the money directly from the local authorities. So we were blown away. We didn't intend on this, by the way, when we had that crazy brainstorming session. We didn't know it would get to the point where the students were actually going to get funded. Now, there's small grants, so you're talking about €500 up to €1,000, but so for their small implementation projects. So in addition to that, we had another campaign with a different aspect, again, going out using your GLOW protocols, but getting to that assessment stage. So in this case, it was like, how healthy is my local river ecosystem? And the students were all sent their kits like we usually do. We engaged them with webinars. And I just wanted to mention this school in particular because they really just went to town on this. They ended up looking at many different rivers in their own catchment, and they were aware that there was a problem because there had been a no swim warning at their local beach down in a beautiful estuary in Cork. And they were looking at the rivers and they found a lot of them were very healthy, but one in particular was very poor. And they identified the problem with using GLOW protocols, but again, they reached out to the key people. In this case, it was the local authorities' waters program, who were able to approach, they kind of knew who the polluter was, but was able to approach this particular farmer and make changes on the farm. So the students are reaching out to the key folk, and they just felt so, again, empowered by this. And I just wanted, to read you their words that they were using within their school. They said, you can make a difference. Get outdoors. Get to know your nearest stream. Look for indicator species. Raise awareness in your community. Make a noise. You will be heard. If we don't care about our waterways, who will care? And it's so nice to see those words coming from the students. So after this crazy year, we decided, which campaigns will we go ahead with? Are we going to do this one or that one? And we asked the EPA. We did 4 pilots. Which one do you want to go forward with? And they said, all of them. So now we're in trouble. We worked with over 370 schools in the last academic year. We're growing again, so we're very excited, and thank you for listening.